Hi there guys, and welcome to my channel again. This is Pilot Boy 94. Alright, today's video a little bit different than the normal sort of gaming stuff, but today I will be driving on the London South map. This is the beta version, which only includes Route 3. Today is a weekend service, as I am filming this on the weekend. We're going to go from Brixton to Crystal Palace, so in the Enviro 400. But like I said, today is a little bit of a different video. This is going to be me sort of outlining the plan for this channel, because I really want to sort of bring back this channel, because gaming videos is what it's all about, and to sort of explain through sort of different types of videos that I want to be doing on this channel, and sort of make this at least a once a week sort of channel. And at the moment I'm sort of getting there. So first things first, because I am playing this game, this is OMSI 2, like I said, London South project map. I'm just going to set the route, and we're going to be driving to Crystal Palace. And Crystal Palace, number 3 route. Okay, so we're going to skip the time ahead, and then I'll get on with proceedings. So let's get this bus started. Right, yeah, so basically I'm just going to set the weather to the real weather in London, because that's another thing I want to update you on as well, is the internet. Right, so first things first is the plan for my channel, and that is to make some more regular content. So far I've done a few flight sim videos, and I've got an idea that I want to possibly try and do, which is to make a couple of different types of videos for flight sim. Like recently it's just been a couple of approaches that I very much enjoy doing.
Brixton Road, Brixton Police Station. Alight here for Brixton Academy.
Hello.
Yeah, so like I said, I've made a couple of videos, flight sim videos, and I want to create a series, one being approaches. For like what I've just done is the approaches, so that will be Pilot Boy approaches. There'll be also recreations, because I often do recreate actual flights that I have, well obviously I'm not a pilot, so actual flights that I have flown in as a passenger, and with my, because I have a weather app for flight sim, with my Active Sky Next, I'll be able to recreate them to the day as well with the weather, so conditions could be replicated. I also want to do, I don't know, like
Brixton Station.
full-on type videos where I do a complete full flight. But if I was to do that, I think I would do it in parts. So I'd start off with flight preparations, pushback, taxi, or pushback to taxi, and then takeoff, climb, and then descent preparation, descent it, and then possibly even, and then approach and landing. So I think that format might work better, like to split the videos, but that would mean uploading them all together, which I can do because I am a YouTube partner, so I'll be able to schedule those together. But that's my flight sim sort of thing. I also want to do some more train sim stuff, a lot more
Sunny.
Train sim to do with, you know, ones that you know, that I make if new add-ons come up. Like recently the Class 68 has come up, so I'll probably be making a video this week for that, so look forward to that. I would like to do like not like a series, but you know, its own little thing of my own scenarios that I've created, because for me I just find that the scenarios, they take a good few hours to create sometimes, so to show it off sort of thing via my YouTube channel, and if I can get it shared up to either UK train sim or or even the
Good morning.
Steam
Hi there.
Workshop. I can put
mate.
links in there so you can go check it out and download it and try it for yourself, which I would like to do as well. But obviously my day-to-day work might mean that I have to restrict. That's why recently my gaming channel hasn't received a lot of content because of my day-to-day work. But so I want to do some more train sim stuff, more flight sim stuff. I'd like to do some OMSI stuff, and I'm happy to announce as well that this is just a beta. But the full version of this map will be coming out soon, and I'm looking forward to that because it looks as if, I don't know because there's not that much information at the moment. It's scheduled for September, and I probably will buy it even if it is at full price because I'd like to give it a go.
Hello there.
And it looks like the new bus for London is going to be the main focus for the route, which I'm quite happy with actually because there's quite a lot of new buses for London going around at the moment. It looks as if there's also going to be the short version which hasn't yet launched in London, but that's another thing. This bus is on there as well, the Enviro 400, and it looks as if the right Gemini as well, but I don't know if the right Gemini and the Enviro 400 are just mods like that are included.
Hello, darling. Hi.
But I'm looking forward to that because it means I think there's about 5 or 6 different routes, but I'll pop up the map anyway here so you can have a look at like what's available for that route. And it's been announced. It's on the actual website as well, the South London Project website, and it's going to be an official add-on, which I think is pretty cool. I mean, it's the first time London on OMSI, which is awesome. So it means that you can see if you're British and from and know London, you'll be able to see some familiar sights. I mean, one of the biggest focuses I think is around Westminster, because this route number 3, the full route, goes through Westminster and over the Westminster Bridge. And Piccadilly Circus is on it, Trafalgar Square, which I think is awesome. So that's something to look forward to. I'm hoping to do a couple of videos on that, possibly even to cover all routes. But then again, I have to see. And also, I would like to do a series called Pilot Boy Talks, where I literally just talk about stuff that's either happened in my life, or not like personal stuff, but things that I have seen and interesting sort of facts about myself as well. But also just to talk about random stuff. I mean, like especially in gaming and possibly even in just popular culture sort of thing. I've been thinking about doing that for quite a while, but I think I might start the first episode, but I don't want to do that as a weekly thing. I just want to like throw that in every now and then. So that is a plan that I want to do. I honestly do want to build up my audience here, and as you can see, my main focus is on simulators. That is something I've always lived with. So simulators for me, it's always been a big thing for me, and different types of simulators as well. Like as you can see now, I'm driving bus simulator, I've done train simulator, flight simulator videos, done all sorts. So I hope to do even more, to sort of show what I'm capable of gaming wise. And I have a pretty decent computer, and I probably will do a video of my setup at some point as well. But that's basically all I want to announce, really. I mean, I think with the YouTube, with the Pilot Boy Talks videos, I think most of the footage will be of any games. I mean, it'll probably be different games all the time, but because I got quite a few games that I can record over that I could use for that potentially, including OMSI. Although I probably won't do it for OMSI if I'm going to do OMSI, because I am a simulator focused channel, so I would feed that in. So that's my updates. I mean, let's go talk about OMSI. I'm playing on OMSI now. I enjoy OMSI, and it's weird how if you saw my last was it my last OMSI video? Yeah, it was my last OMSI video. I went to Berlin, so it's weird how I have seen some of the sites on OMSI that exist, especially on the X10 route. I've actually been to the zoo, and you see all the yellow buses. Is pretty cool, and that, after seeing it on flight sim on OMSI is pretty cool. I also, in the process, I bought Schollenfeld Airport Berlin Schollenfeld Airport, which was the airport we flew into, me and my brother, when we went to Berlin with Ryanair. You know, I even bought that from Aerosoft. It's only £15, but the airport looks good. I parked it up, you know, and I like the option on there to. There's an option on there where you can choose whether you have Brandenburg Airport open or closed, which I think is pretty cool, because at the moment it's not open because of varying reasons, and you know, the political stance on it is rather interesting as well. I mean, there's been a big issue with Brandenburg. It's supposed to be open quite a while ago, and work started weirdly 10 years ago now, in 2006. Yeah, I don't know. I think I pushed on the gas too quickly, and for some reason there's a van merging in with me, but that's no problem.
Guernsey Grove.
Just typical things that you got to deal with in OMSI, unfortunately. So here we go. So I love this route, by the way. So I'll talk about this route a little bit. This route is pretty cool because it's got a mix of sort of narrow streets and main roads, which, you know, that's what I love about London. It gives you that real feel of London, especially with a bus like this, the Enviro, which is probably one of the most popular buses in the UK. I mean, where I live, in a place called Peterborough, which is near Cambridge, you see a lot of these Enviro 400s, Enviro 200s, which is the single deck version of this very same bus. So it's quite a familiar sight in the UK. You can go anywhere. I mean, apart from really Edinburgh, I know when I went to Edinburgh, their main bus seemed to be the Wright Gemini, you know, but you know, you got that difference anyway. I should do a video on the Wright Gemini actually, because they done there's a mod for it, and there's like extensions to the mod as well, like the Lothian bus, which I personally is probably my best one of the different types of buses there are, and I like the destination blind system on it as well. But then again, I've always sort of what's the word? I've always sort of admired the blinds that they got on the Lothian buses in Edinburgh. They're just easier to read than, like, let's say the London one. London now, they've changed the way that they do the blinds. I mean, you probably saw it when I was changing the route, and it just says the route and the destination, which I don't really like. I don't know. I think they should provide more information. They used to provide information, like, you know, what sort of places it would go via, but I don't know why they changed it. I mean, but I suppose, you know, the route information is at all stops, so it's not really necessary. If you know what bus route you're going on, that's fine, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, there's only one complaint I have about the Enviro 400 bus, is that when you stop to open the rear door, you have to put the parking brake on, and you've got to wait for the doors to shut before you can release it as well. But anyway, I like the announcements on this. They're pretty cool.
Croxted Road, Thurlow Park Road.
Like I said, I'm highly looking forward to it. The unfortunate thing though about the release is on the 22nd of September, which is the same day I go to the United States on that day. I'm going for a week and a half in Los Angeles. So I'll probably end up buying it on the day and then downloading it onto my computer, so ready for when I come home, and I can. So as soon as I come home, I would make a first recording, and I'm quite happy with some of the routes that are on there. It covers quite a nice chunk of London, from as far north as King's Cross to as far south as Crystal Palace, you know, and Streatham. So there's a good number of routes on there to choose from, and hopefully it's not just the new bus for London that's included in it, because it looks as if that like I said, the Enviro 400, the Wright Gemini are going to be also included, which is, I think, pretty cool. But I do enjoy OMSI. It's the best bus simulator. It's a shame it isn't the most highly detailed, but then again, it is the best simulator, as in proper simulator. There's quite a few bus simulators around. I mean, a lot of them just seem very, very arcadey, and that's one of my probably biggest complaints of the simulator sort of branding. You know, it just seems like it's gone a bit too far. I mean, a lot of people refer to them as the German simulators because they are developed in Germany. But then again, in saying that, OMSI is developed in Germany. It was originally developed by a couple of guys who just wanted to recreate a piece of Berlin. In the case of the map that's included, it's Spandau in Berlin, which is I believe Spandau's was in the former British sector of Berlin when it was split, and the timing, I think it's the late 1980s, is the time of the original route that's included in the game. So it is at the time of the Berlin Wall. Obviously, the Berlin Wall sort of ceased to exist 1989, but wasn't completely demolished until 1994 or 1985. But the most interesting part as well is that there are pieces of the wall still in existence, like as I've seen in Berlin, and as quite a lot of people know. So in reality, it hasn't completely been demolished. So, but anyway, because this route on a weekend there is replacement bus, there's a replacement rail service, so you get a lot of interesting buses travelling on this very narrow route. Like you just saw, there was an Enviro 200 on the stop there, which was a rail replacement bus, and you know, loads and loads of Enviro 400s doing them. But like I said, I absolutely love this route. The bus is okay, I suppose, but it's not the most accurate for London, because this is just a slight mod on the Enviro 400, which is available as a mod, and it's the Hong Kong version, hence why there's a lot of Mandarin text, if you can see by the buttons on the right hand side. And the fact that the speedo is also in kilometers per hour. So if you think, oh, he's speeding everywhere, well, I'm not, because if you know about British speed limits, it's 30 miles per hour through,
hi there,
like on normal roads, unless specified otherwise. But you can see on my speedo that I'm probably doing about 50, which is displayed, which is kilometers per hour, which is correct. 50 kilometers per hour is approximately 30 miles per hour. And I'll show you around the bus, because there are some modifications to the bus, like the seats. On the Hong Kong version, the seats are taller, and you see these are the closer to the proper seats, although everything else is pretty much exactly the same. I mean, there's this interesting thing that's on here which displays the different, you can actually see, look, it displays the different stops, and look at this, it's just come up again, there's another thing. And it's a shame though, because in real life you probably wouldn't have this many people standing with not many people sat down. So let's go again. Another mod I like about this particular bus, the London version, is the sound, because you got the sound of the proper oyster readers when people come on the bus.
Parkhall Road.
And also, like, when you stop, you don't have to put the parking brake on to open the front doors, and you can also, once you've pressed to close, even if the doors ain't closed, you can, you know, go straight away, which I like. But like I said, the back doors you have to wait.
Church Approach.
So as you can see, I haven't got any pointers out because I know this route quite well. I mean, it's not exactly the most difficult route to sort of do, but I just love the detail. I mean, I don't really know this part of London very well.
South Croxted Road.
And I have used a lot of buses in London, but I don't really know this particular, you know, place, you know, South London. I don't really know South London that well, but I like the route nonetheless.
what?
So we're not too far away now. I mean, it's not the longest route as it is. So as you can see, this top monitor as well, it shows the back door, and you can release the parking brake and head off, and it goes back to the upper level view. But I think, although in saying that, we've got 24 frames per second, so that's not too bad, considering it is displaying another display, which is live.
Gypsy Hill.
But I don't know how the modders have got around that with the frame rate, because it seems to run okay. Now this is a timing point here, so as you can see, like, I don't know if you can see it in the top, it says we got 1.4 minutes to 1.4 minutes early, should I say. Just going to maneuver the bus a little bit to be out the way of the public road. People want to get off as well.
Hello. Hello.
So you can hear that. That beep is the proper oyster beep, which I quite like. And I love this screen. So once everyone's gone, you can shut the doors. So that's the rear door shut. So we've got about a minute. I'm just going to sit here. There's no point in me adjusting the time. But yeah, this is one thing I probably don't like, is this seat. It's just not textured at all. I mean, the wheel is realistic. I mean, I've been on quite a lot of Enviro 400s since they've been around in the UK, and this is pretty accurate. You know, the wheel here. Let's go to the passenger views. So you see, this is the Hong Kong version like this, and it's alright, I suppose. But you can see that it's... Well, I think in Hong Kong they speak Cantonese, because I think in the south they speak Cantonese, and in the north of China they speak Mandarin, but it's a pretty similar language nonetheless. So you got those there, and I love the fact that they've modded these in the priority seat labels. Although the seat, like I said, it's not completely accurate because it's based on the Hong Kong version. Because on the British version of the Enviro, you have seats here, and this disabled area would be behind the stairs here. Although in the case of the buses near where I live in Peterborough, the Enviros, they have on their double deckers, the 400s, this version, they have two versions of, well, they have two sections for disabled people, which I believe they were modified during the London Olympics. Well, actually no, for the Paralympics, because quite a lot of buses, and Stagecoach was one of the companies that were used to supply extra buses in London. But I believe that they were modified because I remember when the Enviros first came, they just had the one area.
Dulwich Wood Park, Kingswood Drive.
But yeah, we're not too far now. We're just past Gypsy Hill. There's a roundabout there for Gypsy Hill. And now we're going uphill towards Crystal Palace. This is one of my favourite features, is the mini roundabout. But unfortunately no one really uses the mini roundabout, so it's pretty much a straightforward across. I can't see if there's anyone there. I don't think there is. No, there's no one there. Let's go. But yeah, we're nearly at the end of the route. The Enviro 400 is such a nice bus to drive. So easy to drive.
Dulwich Wood Park, College Road.
And I look forward to doing the London South project. I think, if anything to look forward to, I don't know if I'll be doing any more flight sim videos at the moment, because I'm just I've managed to sort that out, the problems I used to have, and so I'm happy to, like, if you've seen my last two videos, they're both flight sim videos, approaches. But
Crystal
like I said,
Palace Parade,
this
College
video's just
Road.
been a bit of a update sort of thing, just to sort of let you guys know what to expect from my channel in hopefully the coming months and even coming years. I wanna keep going with this channel, because I feel, I mean, I've mentioned it in another video, I feel like I've neglected this channel a little bit and I've focused too much on my other channel, and I feel like gaming content is quite necessary. Like, well, I don't know, I just think I somehow get more views on this channel than I do on my other channel where I do vlogs and that, but that's just the way it goes, I suppose. I mean, that's probably a topic to talk about in my talk videos, the YouTube viewing system. But we're on the last leg now to Crystal Palace on the Route 3. So, okay. Hopefully, when the actual version comes out, you don't have this problem with people like standing on the road and clipping into the bus because they're standing on the road. And I hope that they sort out a lot of the bugs, obviously, because the game isn't built for left-hand drive, it's built for right-hand drive. But anyway, we're coming up to the second to last stop. Actually, this is technically the last stop. Yeah, we stopped here at the bus stand, although for some reason the bus didn't make an announcement. But yeah, Crystal Palace, South London, quite a nice place actually. It was the site of the original Crystal Palace, which unfortunately was burnt down. And it is a bit of a shame, because I think it was the largest glass structure in the world at the time when it was built. Right, so we're just going to pull into the bus station here. And I hope also on the new routes it has some of the new highways, the cycle road things, because London's recently done a lot of upgrades to a lot of its roads to include these cycle roads, not like it was before, where cyclists could use the bus lanes, and come on people, they could use the bus lanes, and in certain areas there were actually bus paths, bus paths. There was actually cycle paths alongside the road, although they're actually quite dangerous. And I mean, as a cyclist myself, it's a bit daunting sometimes, especially when like a double-decker bus like this comes right up close to you. But anyway, this is the end of the route. We're at the end of the route, and now the end of the video. So every stop was on time, and that will be me for this video. And I hope that I can keep with what I want to do, what the plan is for this channel, because I do want to do more and more videos and produce a more frequent content, hopefully once a week. And like I said, Pilot Boy Talks, where I just a random topic to talk about, whether it's relevant today, or if it's something that's come up in my life that I would like to talk about, but hopefully I can stick to that plan. Next video after this would probably be a Pilot Boy Talks video, and I've got a topic in mind which is very relevant for at the moment, and I've got some good points for and against what I want to be talking about. So anyway, I'm going to leave you to it, and I hope you enjoyed this video, another OMSI video from Pilot Boy 94, and I hope to see you on the next one.